Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Well, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Welcome to it. Here we are on Thursday already. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Wow, this week flew by.
It did, yeah. Not going to lie. Next thing you know, bam, it's a week from now. We're going to be making big holiday plans. It's about it. Here's wrapping up.
I think you guys had said maybe the last show of the year would be the time I can do my fat party, my fat hour, my fat club.
Yeah, that might work. If that's what you want to do, right towards the end of the show.
Yeah, definitely.
Might work.
I think it would work.
Kind of fits with the holidays, just binging yourself.
If you cook it, they will come.
Yeah, you were talking about maybe like a buffet. Is that kind of what's going to be?
I think that's the best way to do a fat party.
Yeah, you can't come with just a couple of dishes. You got to have a spread for Fat Club.
I got to call Philip from Bud Chicken and Seafood. I got to go to Camille's. There's a bunch of places. Suggestions I would love. I got to take care of the dessert area.
You should try to see who will donate to Fat Club.
I know it's going to
Otherwise, this is going to be a very pricey bit.
It's going to get pretty expensive.
I know Philip's always got your back. I don't know about the rest of them.
I hate pricey bits. Gosh, I'm always involved in them.
Fat Club could end up costing you about $400.
You're right. And that's not the best move right before Christmas.
No. Unless you invite your family to Fat Club, but then just don't tell them it's called Fat Club.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That could get real upsetting.
All right, well, maybe some people start donating.
Okay.
Fat Club got a GoFundMe.
It could be like a potluck.
I love that. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's good.
Everybody, to get in, you kind of bring your own item.
Virginia doesn't like
Do you know these people? Okay, here's my rule about potluck.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do potluck unless you know the people really good and you know how clean their kitchens are.
Because what if the Broward from Coward, that guy comes in, he pisses in my, my mac and cheese, and then all of a sudden I'm eating piss mac and cheese.
I don't do potluck with people that I'm not real close to.
Oh, maybe it's got to be stuff that's store-bought. Like in the box, and then they've got to take the first bite.
And then we watch them.
Yes.
Make sure they don't die.
Keep an eye on it. I'll be like, all right, how they doing?
Or you can say you have to do carry out from someplace.
I love carry out. It'll work itself out. I'm liking this.
Okay. If you'd like to be a part of it, you can send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com.
I think we're only going to take the special 15, the 15 that can prove they belong.
The fattest, the hungriest, the best. Fat Club is special.
Oh, I don't think it doesn't matter on how you look. It's just a matter about your spirit towards food.
You could be 80 pounds, yeah.
Yes, you could be.
It's a binge party.
It's about the spirit.
Jaybird's binge party is probably a better, yeah.
Oh, are the PC, are they on me about saying fat?
There were a couple texts of like, well, do I got to be fat? Or it just creates confusion.
All right.
People are confused.
Okay.
So
You're not fat. You're the leader of Fat Club, and you're not fat.
Well, anytime I use the term fat, I get people, oh, you shouldn't use it's an outdated word. I'm like,
I don't even know it's that. I think they're just confused. Like, okay, so what is this? Like, do you have to be fat to be in it? Whatever, yeah.
Do not have to be fat.
Binge, I think, is really what you're looking for.
You have to love the concept of just gorging.
Well, Jose in the chat room said, if I come, I'm bringing wheat brownies to the Fat Club.
Yeah, that could happen too, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And no one's sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there will be a risk involved. That'd be the only other thing, yeah. You'd have to get waivers and all that stuff. People have to sign it in case somebody gets horribly sick, and all that kind of fun stuff comes into play.
All right. Well, the Fat Club's turning into this is fucked club and not so fun. All right. Waivers?
Yeah, I think you probably have to, today's day and age.
Waivers take the fun out of life.
Yeah, but so do lawsuits.
Yes, we know that as well.
Spoken by a man who's been sued several times.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So, let me see. I got some emails here. This one from Patricia. We were talking earlier today about Joanna, I think it was, who had suggested to her ex, hey, how cool would this be? Let's take the kids to Disney first time, and I'll even pay for your room. You can get a connecting room and all that kind of stuff, and we'll be there together, and it'd be a nice little thing, co-parenting. And he's like, nah, I'm not down with that. That doesn't sound good. And then she sees like on his social media, he's posting stuff about Disney, and it looks like, okay, he's all of a sudden going to take the kids himself. So has this kind of stuff ever happened? Tricia said, I plan to take my daughter to New York. And my ex-husband changed the plane ticket and took her there the week before I was going to take her.
What?
And then I had to pick her up from his aunt's house on Christmas morning.
That is shady.
Yeah.
He changed the ticket that you paid for?
Yeah. Had a couple of those kind of stories happen. Now, those were the really ridiculous ends of that. But the one woman had said, yeah, same thing. Like, I'm a big Harry Potter fan. My kids and I, that was kind of our way of connecting. And it wasn't my ex. It was his girlfriend that went and bought tickets and rushed the kids off. And the entire time the kids were like, is our mom going to join us? Because we'd love for her to be here with us.
Shit.
She's like, no.
That's heavy.
I'm the new girlfriend, and I'm going to fuck shit up.
Yeah, so I never even thought of that kind of stuff happening.
Well,
Of
that
course.
is not putting the kids first. Just know that.
Yeah.
But some people don't care about that. You realize that some people don't even care about that.
I know, but just realize you are hurting your own children.
They don't care.
It's insane.
And they may not even realize they're doing it either.
Well, they need to.
They're so fucking emotionally.
They're so knee deep in revenge
Yes.
that they don't see it. That person needs to be bitch slapped and told, what the fuck are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You are ruining your kids and you're just awful. You're not hurting your ex. You guys are going to keep battling and you guys are grown-ups and you're going to be fine. It's the kids that are getting hurt.
Yep. I hear you.
Stupid. So stupid.
You rant, girl, and I'll rant about the Fat Club. We all got our own rants.
Yeah. Talking about Fat Club, one thing they probably like is hot cheese. And we talked about that might be one of the funkier things to eat because sometimes they just add new cheese too. Like if you go someplace, possibly even a movie theater, gas stations, and whatever, that hot cheese might have a little bit of funk under it. But somebody said, ask if the cheese is in a tin can or bags. Cheese in bags are one-time use. Tin can is used over a couple of days.
Good
So a little
tip.
piece of advice about whether you're going to use hot cheese when you go to a random place. And I think we're all a little bit funky about getting buffets or public food anymore because you just never know because there's some really gross people out there.
I still go, but I go kind of grossed out and guarded.
We had a discussion about this morning because if the person preparing your food does not give a shit, that's where the problem comes in.
Yeah.
You're right.
And a lot of these places, unfortunately, have employees that don't give a shit. And so you literally take your life in your hands if you don't know who's preparing the food. That's scary.
Yep. You just don't even know what you're going to get.
You're
Poor
right.
Denny's been throwing up all morning from food poisoning, from fast food he got last night.
We won't say from where, but
won't,
yes.
but-
Yeah,
That's horrifying.
I might just swear off some fast food for a while. That definitely.
So it was really weird when we came back from the holiday party. We had stopped off, and he went to his place. I went to my place, and we separated our food. But I had the bag still, and I didn't eat right away. I had the bag on the couch, and I noticed something smelled terrible. I grabbed the bag. The actual bag smelled rotten, like it was rotting. It smelled so
That's
gross.
disgusting.
Yeah, and then he ended up getting really sick.
Well, so
Whoa.
I grabbed that food for my wife because we had just left a party. I was like maybe gonna nibble on something, but I mainly got it for her. But she ended up only eating half of it, so there's some left. And I felt bad throwing it out, so I went ahead and she didn't.
Two separate things.
Two separate
So
things.
she ate the one thing, but the other thing got left behind, and you didn't want to waste food.
So I took a bite of it, and I was like, wow, this is like the rubberiest chicken I've ever had. I was like, it's so weird. So I ate a second piece, and it tasted so bad that I just threw it all out. So this morning, I like woke up from a dead sleep, and I had seconds to get to the bathroom and vomit. And Jen's like, what are you doing? And she's like, were you drinking last night? I was like, I wasn't even drinking. But, it was crazy.
Drunk off chicken.
Well, so then every hour from that point forth, I had to. So I would drink water. I think it would get in my stomach and kind of collect all the shit, I guess, and then fucking I would throw it up.
Yep.
Every hour. It was
That's
terrible.
awful.
And into the show up until about 8:30.
Oh my gosh.
And then
rough.
he came alive right around 9 o'clock. Our boy's back.
It's
Thank goodness you flushed it out of your system.
well, if you think about it, since the 12, it's been like mean, it's been 10 hours I've been throwing up. So, I mean, it's like a whole day's worth of throwing up just way earlier than a normal person starts their day.
terrible.
You've been through it.
Oh, I'm spent.
What does my baby need for tonight? What?
I just need dark room and chill.
We should take care of you. Send you over somebody to rock you to sleep and sing you lullabies.
Sherbet and soup.
Yes, only liquids today.
No fast food for a while.
I'm swearing it off. All it takes is one bad scare to completely set you right.
I get it.
No doubt. It'll change your life. You get food poisoning or something on a place, then yeah, you may never go back.
I'm just now able to go back to the Golden Corral. I had a terrible.
You shouldn't.
I know, but I mean, and we're talking 20 years ago. That's how sick I got from them, and I'm just now able to kind of.
Oh, wait till you go back.
No, I'm back now. I'm back now.
Not sure they've improved.
The guys in the back are like, hey, Jay Bird's here. He's the one that was talking shit.
I'm glad he's back. We got new viruses these days.
Rub your dick on his sandwich.
Yeah.
But I could not believe how sick I was. It's a terrible food poisoning. A terrible feeling.
How it is.
Oh, it's
And
so rough.
so many people are getting it now. And there's so many foods. Like every week you hear about, 47 people got sick from lettuce. 32 people got sick from beef. Like there's a new scary food thing every week.
Yeah, when it hits lettuce, you're just like, all right, what do I do now?
You're right.
They got lettuce?
You're done.
That
Yeah.
ain't cool.
Yeah, it's pretty rough though. It definitely put me back in check. But I always take these times to now I'm gonna try to go into maybe a vegetarian diet or something. Whenever you get something really bad burns you, it makes it easier to switch up your diet.
And prep your own food.
I think that's the only way to do it now is get your own food and cook it. You have to watch it yourself. Nobody gives a fuck. They're just cooking your shit.
You're right.
Well, dinner's on the bird tonight.
We're cooking it though.
Fast food.
The thought of it is still it's rough. My mouth is salivating. Ugh.
A little clarification Jessie sent in from her email yesterday about what she's seeing on social media. The Santa gifts, they should be a lower price point for all kids so that children of families who can't afford for Santa to bring items like an iPad or other high-dollar items don't think Santa dislikes them. That is the new social media movement, she said, because other kids may get an iPad or some game console, and after Christmas, children will ask mom and dad why Santa brought other kids those high-dollar items, and they think the kid is bad or doing something wrong. Makes sense? Okay. We practice one gift for each category, so this is what she was talking about yesterday. So only 4 gifts total. A want, a need, a wear, a read. So those are the 4 gifts in those categories. And then Santa brings a $35-ish item and stocking stuffers. So that's what they do. So that is kind of their thought about how do you feel about that. For me, Jesse, I don't give a shit about other people's kids. No,
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Care about your own family.
No,
Fuck them.
No, just kidding there, but I think ultimately with that, it's whatever you do. I don't know. I mean, how much do kids compare and that kind of stuff happen, and are kids' feelings, being hurt? I don't know. Obviously, I guess somebody has witnessed this and said it would be nice, but how you're going to regulate families? I mean, good luck, going into some homes and saying, hey, you gotta. Some people really like blowing it out. They really like doing big stuff for their kids.
It's going to be so hard to be able to regulate something like that. I mean, unfortunately, it just sucks. Not everyone's going to have an equal Christmas.
Yeah.
Or an equal Hanukkah or equal whatever.
No, you're not going to be able to get, and maybe some people will make the movement, and it's up to you. I mean, I don't like this, would you ever want to put guilt on someone else because they got their kids something nice? Because they may be going, look, this is our thing. Our kids don't get a lot during the year, and we go all out when it comes to Christmas.
And how do you know that someone in the family's not dying of a disease? You don't know what's going on in anyone's family.
But I will say, I do like your philosophy. I do like keeping it in check. I do like having your kids learn a little bit about getting some and giving some. I do like the concept of, we'll do this with a little smile sometimes, where we encourage kids to pick a gift, and maybe not the least favorite gift, maybe one of their favorite gifts, and learn that sacrifice of saying, I'm going to give up one of my favorite presents that I got for Christmas. I'm going to give it to a kid that could use a gift. I think that is a great lesson for kids to do, a little bit of, getting and giving. So ultimately, that's good. But I don't like, and I could see where this easily is going to start treading into that category of shaming people who get iPads, game consoles, fun things. You got your kid a game console? Yeah, what about that kid in their class that doesn't have anything? How do you think that made him feel?
Only has an iPhone 3.
Yeah.
And he's 6. How do you think he feels?
Well, here's the thing in life. This goes all the way back. I don't think really even been a point in humanity. You probably go back to the caveman times, and there was a hierarchy always. Always. That's just the way humanity has been. I mean, you're talking about, you go back to the Egyptians. Go back 10,000 years. There was hierarchical systems that were happening in society, and it's going to continue to happen. And, you know, this is kind of the whole thing is we want everyone to be on the same level. Well, you know, that's socialism, and a lot of people don't go for that. So it's not going to happen.
I don't feel like you were Dickie Rance right there, but I feel like Dickie Rance was trying to bubble out a little bit.
I'm just letting you know honestly how it is, and I get it. I understand the point of it. I understand what you're trying to say and all that, but it's not realistic.
In a perfect world.
I'm really kind of saying that because I know there's probably a few people that are like going, oh, this is a chance for me to be judgmental and to make someone else feel bad because they got their kid something nice for the holidays. Let's not go there. That's just, you know. And
You do you.
Right, you do you. And if you feel that way, if you notice that there is a kid in your child's class that's less fortunate, then you'd be like, hey, why don't you go find out what they want for Christmas?
Yeah.
Like, no holds barred, and then you go out and buy that for them.
You step up and be a secret Santa.
Yeah.
Instead of telling people what they're doing wrong, go be the solution.
Boom, right there.
Yeah.
Power.
That'd be my thoughts on it. But yeah,
Powerhouse.
it's an interesting thing.
Power?
Powerhouse.
Denny's is sick. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I'm going to go throw up again.
Who's not sick around here?
We are all hit.
Everybody here has some different ailment.
It's like a
Totally.
plague.
I sound like I have cotton balls shoved in my nose.
And that's before she was even sick.
We are taking some submissions for the Broke Down Christmas trees. We'll give out some Universal tickets for our favorite. I don't know if this broke down. This is actually kind of cool. Somebody took tires at different sizes,
Oh.
stacked them up to form a Christmas tree, painted the tires green, and then put some tinsel on there and some bows and a star on top.
That's actually lovely.
Yeah.
That shit is awesome.
Yeah, that's TJ Judds that sent that to us. That's,
TJ
pretty
Judge
cool
is
thing.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. So, I like that. Kentucky John's got a question. He said, Suits crushes traffic. The reason why I'm writing, though, is it seems like when Suits traffic comes to an end and he gives out the station number and letter and all that stuff, does it sound like somebody squeezes his nose shut? Or is he purposely trying to speak like an elf? Let me know if I'm hearing things. Or is that what he's
I
doing?
mean, Kentucky John, you're his soulmate. You're the one that won the dating contest.
That's right.
He tricked us. Kentucky John catfished us into thinking he was a woman, and he won the Suits dating game.
I mean, that automatically makes you a legend, Kentucky John.
You really are. So
That could be their pillow talk.
anything he says, we have to take and accept.
My favorite part of that, though, is at the very end of the bit. Yo, it's Kentucky John.
Yeah.
We're like, what?
What happened?
What just happened?
Kevin wasn't here for that show.
No, I missed all that.
It got
fun.
away from us.
I did, huh? Okay. The Suits dating game.
We got catfished.
Engineer Key sent an email. He said, have you guys ever heard of this site called Cameo? Apparently you can pay C and D-list celebrities to make a video and send it to whoever pays them.
Yes. A lot of my Real Housewives and Vanderpump Rules and all the Bravo shows, they're all on that. And you can pay money for them to leave you a message for your birthday. Maybe you have a friend that you want to do it for as a gift.
Could you pay them to do a breakup message?
Sure.
I bet they would do it.
You can get them to do anything that you want. You just tell them what to say. And it costs like anywhere from like $30 for the low budge ones to like a couple hundred.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, hey, that's an awesome gift. If you have somebody who really loves a Bravo celebrity and they go on there and they can get them to send them a message, that's cool.
Yeah. You got Perez Hilton, Andy Dick, Lance Bass, Carson Kressley, Simon Rex. Ooh, wow, there you go.
Out of all of them, I'm taking Simon Rex.
Sean Kingston, Debbie Gibson. Yeah, it's Drake Bell. And I'm scanning through Bethany Frankel is
Okay.
on there.
That might be the only housewife you know. And her and Nene.
Brett the Hitman Hart.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Brett Favre? Really? Okay, that's kind of odd.
How much is Brett Favre going for?
Let me see. I gotta find out where they have the price tag on it. I don't know. I'm not seeing the price tag jumping right up.
I mean, the Hitman, that would be a pretty cool one. He got screwed in Montreal, Virginia.
Did he? Oh, well, I'm sorry.
By the breath.
He'll get him next time.
You know, he wanted to wrestle anymore.
Oh, sorry.
He's old. Durr.
That's funny. I think you have to go in there. And by the way, he looks like he puts no energy into his videos. He's like, yeah.
Who's that?
Brett Favre.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I clicked on that. Yeah, I mean, there are just a ton of people that I have no idea.
I bet you I know a lot of them. There are a lot of...
Brooke Hogan.
Okay, you know that name.
Ryan Lochte.
Could you do Brooke Hogan, but she's got to talk to you like Hulk Hogan? Would that be okay?
You can ask. You know, you can ask whatever you want. Now, if they do it or not.
Yeah. Randy Glanville
Okay.
is on there. Terrell Owens is on there.
There's a lot of annoying people on there.
A lot.
It almost sounds like the cast of The Apprentice.
Or yeah.
It does. It sounds like,
Celebrity
yeah.
Apprentice or Celebrity Big Brother.
It does.
Yeah. Melvin Gordon, he's actually a decent running back in the NFL. Gosh, man, it's pretty sad.
I'd rather talk to the Kevin Ralston.
Roquan Smith, Eddie George. Okay, there's a Buckeye guy on there. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, you can go on there, cameo.com. It's kind of fun just to see who all they have on here. And yeah, I wonder what that might be a fun little game. I'll go on and see if we can start getting prices. Because when I clicked right on the page for Brett Favre, they didn't have the prices.
They have prices
And we
somewhere.
can play a game.
Because they've talked about it before. I've heard it on other radio
Okay.
shows, them like going down everybody's price.
Oh, I got to figure that out. Bam Margera is on there.
Okay.
Tom Felton from the Harry Potter series. He was Malfoy. Was his name. Bella Thorne is on there. Okay. There you go.
We should offer these of Aunt Ann. Aunt Ann will give you one.
I love it.
Oh, and some of these, like hers is like Bella Thorne. I'm like, well, she's kind of getting to be a bigger star. It's temporarily unavailable.
Yeah, she probably got too big because everybody started requesting it.
Yeah.
Imagine if you get like 50 of them on one day. Like, that's a long time.
Oh, even that Mason Ramsey, that Yodel boy that I just saw, he was on the Today Show or whatever it is.
We played a clip of him.
Yeah, he's unavailable now too. So
Really?
yeah,
You know those yodelers, once they get famous.
He got too
They
big?
got too big.
Like, really?
Those yodelers.
Damn.
That guy got too big. How about that? Okay, yeah, he said sudden death punishment. Someone has to sign up for $5 cameos, and all the proceeds go to Little Smiles. Yeah, I don't know if anybody pay it, but yeah. Thank you very much, Engineer Keith. I will check that out a little bit more.
And we're sorry you lost your belt.
Yeah. Got this email, said, hey, Kev, you said your hair was real, right? Well, what would happen if you committed a crime and some of that fake hair or real hair fell off and the person with the real hair is blamed for the crime? Yeah, no, that really could be it. I mean, if I really want to think about if I want to mess somebody's world up, yeah, now how do you know that yours isn't? I guess I could take some of the hair from the part that they worked in. Absolutely. And I'd drop that at a crime scene.
But wouldn't your DNA still be on it somehow a little bit? Because it's kind of brushing
That's
off
a great question. I don't know. I'd have to look at that. Yeah, how would I do it? I'd probably have to somehow make sure that my DNA is off the hair, however it would be done. Probably need to have it washed to a certain level and then use gloves and then ding, take a couple of hairs out. But yeah, I think if done the right way, in theory, that should work. I could completely frame somebody. But then they might come back, and if they're questioning him, be going, well, here's what I did. I'm a donor for the hair club. And then they'd be going, okay, well, then maybe there's a serial number, and then they could track it back to me, would be the only issue.
Yeah.
See?
That's true. If they know what that hair's like stamp is.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be that that would be able to be going, and it happened in West Palm Beach, or so I'd really have to, have to do some research on that. But it's a great idea because I have a few people I would like to kill.
A lot of times in some of those murder specials, I'm talking about the real ones, one of the things that stick out to the cops is if they go to the place and there's one spot in the house that is just so super clean. It sticks out to them because they get all freaked out. They're trying to scrub everything. They don't do the whole house. They just do the area where the body was at.
That's a good point.
And it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Okay. Interesting stuff.
This is the kind of stuff you start to pick up when you watch murder specials.
I was listening to one yesterday on a podcast, and they were talking about how the cops caught the guy that did it. So they went into the victim's Facebook, and they were able to see the kid that had died. He was murdered. They saw all his conversations with all of his friends on Facebook, and he was talking to this one cat, and he was talking to him a lot. And then he met up with that cat. They had a plan to meet up, and then all of a sudden the guy's dead. All the comments on Facebook were from everybody that he had been chatting with. Oh, we miss you. We're so sorry we can't find you. Like, please, if you're out there, come back to us. Everybody had things to say about how we miss you, except the one cat that they were suspicious that might have done it. And the reason they initially were suspected him was because he had no good luck wishes or I hope we find you or anything like that to say.
So what's weird about the other murder special I watched was the reason why the girl got questioned was because she was the murderer and she was going on his Facebook wall after he had died and was saying all of these messages. I miss you so much. Oh, why can't you be here with me? And then the family's like, this is a little weird. And they look
too much.
Yes.
So there you
got
go.
two, yeah.
You can't be too much and you can't be too little.
Yeah.
You got to be somewhere normal like everybody else.
And in both cases, though, they got brought down.
By Facebook.
Yeah, I think what you got to do, you really have to say, okay, how would I respond to this?
Normal.
What would my reaction be? And that's tough. But I think almost like if you did a crime, you'd have to OJ it. Like, I honestly believe OJ somehow, somewhere in his mind, has gone in and has tricked himself into believing that he didn't commit that murder.
I'm also kind
I
of...
think he's talked himself out of it. He's like going, yeah, I didn't do it.
Another common one that I'm a little shocked on, because I think they'd be paranoid to do it. Sometimes the killers will call and ask the cops, how's the case going with that blah, blah, blah. They're inserting themselves.
Oh, that's what happened. I told you in the murder in my hometown.
Yeah, they'll call and they insert themselves. And a lot of times that tips off the police going, why are they so involved? And they had nothing to... They don't even know the victim, but yet they're so...
The murder that went unsolved for 26 years in my hometown of Logan, Ohio. This couple goes missing. The next day, this woman calls and says, yeah, my boyfriend came home last night covered in blood. It was the weirdest thing ever. And I don't know. I just thought maybe I'll look into it. No, thanks, ma'am. Writes it down. This is Logan, by the way. You get no calls. The only calls I know they get was like going, yeah, we get this little asshole, Kevin Ralston. He's over here like toilet paper and houses. Like, that's what Logan cops get. So to get a call like that, like, okay, thanks. And then, like, 4 days, they still hadn't found a body. They get a call from the guy that she called about saying that he was all bloody. He's like going, yeah, did you happen to find those the bodies yet?
I mean, two red flags.
And they're like, no. In fact, we don't even know that they're dead. We just know they're missing. Oh, okay. Who is this? My name's da-da-da. And they're like, okay, thanks for your concern.
Wow.
And they never connected the dots. I was watching the special like, that is not the best commentary on Logan police.
Oh, you got to watch the special, Virginia.
It's unbelievable.
Because the reenactment is so good. The person playing the cop that's supposed to bring everybody down, he looks to be about 12 years old, and the outfit is 3 times too big for him. It's the funniest shit ever,
It's
man.
unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, they made my hometown look so terrible. They were throwing in, I just telling Jaber, they throw in photos that weren't even from the town. But I mean, on top of that, though, a small town of 6,000 whose cops get no calls at all, those 2 clues come in and you can't solve the crime for 26 years.
That's embarrassing.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
There's a lot of
what
those
do you
stories,
do? I really would like to go in and talk to those people. Like, how did this happen? How did this happen? Because no one asked the obvious question. Wait, hold on. What?
There's a lot of stories where we're talking about unsolved murders where the cops fuck it in the beginning because they're not prepared for it.
Some of it I see because, okay, blood this or whatever, and things get tainted or that kind of stuff. All right. But that, yeah, my boyfriend came home last night covered in blood. He won't tell me why.
2 days later, the boyfriend calls, hey, guys, got any dead bodies?
That's ridiculously bad police work.
That's unbelievable. I've never heard of worse police work in my life.
It's pretty rough.
26 years. That murder went unsolved.
Yeah, those
in a town where you have no murders.
Those murders are probably like, I cannot believe we're getting away with
I
this
can understand
shit.
in Detroit or someplace like that where you've got a ton of murders to deal with in Chicago, but no, there's no murders. You have one murder in 26 years. Those 2 clues sit there, and they never were able to lick them up, Virginia. Welcome to Logan.
Logan, get it together.
Said that a few times. Okay, let me see. Got an email here from James and Stewart. Said, I really want to thank Jaber from the bottom of my heart for putting me onto the band of horses. I, too, lost my mom to cancer June 21st, 2012. And every day feels like that day. It's like Groundhog Day. I miss her every second of every day. My biggest fear is to let go or to forget her beautiful face. I feel at times no one understands, so I keep it bottled up inside, but doing that has really done a number on me. This band's music has been my therapy on those days when I just want to scream and curse the world. Thank you, Jay Zilla, for being you and your humor that helps people more than you know. I have one question for you. What do you do in those times when her passing really hits you? What's your therapy? How do you cope? Love all three of you, and thank you from James.
Oh, that's a nice email. I think definitely keeping it bottled up inside is not a good thing. Talking about it, emailing the show is a great start. Getting it out there and totally, I think when you lose someone really close, it takes time. Time's gonna always, be your friend. You'll never get over the death of your mother, especially if you were close with her, but with time and talking about it. And I also think staying creative, whatever creative vice you like to go down, whether it's playing music or painting or just, that stuff really helped me. But talking about it, and talk to your friends about it. Don't be afraid to. Everyone's going to lose somebody eventually.
That's
Yep.
true.
So someone's going to be able to relate to that.
Yep. So there you go. Appreciate the emails. Jay Money from the Fort, he said, just want to let you guys know I'm tired of the service industry and I want to get into a salary position. I got a bachelor's degree in organizational management and I'm fluent in English and Spanish. If anybody knows anything, we have turned into Monster, the job finding search for KVJ Nation. So there you go. Anybody can help him out, let us know. All right, y'all have a fantastic day. We will talk to you for Friday, the weekend, tomorrow here on the KVJ Show. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.